It's a real explosion over a real drama. That's right. Tamil superstar Vijay's latest outing, Mersal, has irked the BJP with its critical views on the GST, demonetization and other government schemes. The thing is that to be upset is one thing, but it's quite another thing to demand the removal of these scenes, which the BJP finds objectionable only because they criticize the government. So is the party now thinking that they can play super censor? It's the most dramatic controversy over Modi Sarkar's GST. And it's exploding, not in the real world, but right here on the silver screen. What's painfully real though is the blockbuster backlash from the BJP. With the party's state president lashing out at superstar Vijay and saying that some scenes in his Mersal opened today, and according to trader estimates, it has earned over 31 crore rupees. Called Ilaya Talpati, or leader of the youth in Tamil, Vijay's fans have been begging him to enter politics, adding an explosive twist to the fresh fight, and in one way explaining the BJP's anger.
As a citizen of India, I have the rights to criticize any wrong things happening in the country.
Right.
I can criticize. I can criticize without violation. This is given by the Indian Constitution.
Absolutely.
To common man, to all the common man, one censor have approved.
Yes.
Nobody should interfere or influence the bodies. As per the law, censor is a separate autonomy body, I think so.
Correct.
And they have approved the film. The people can see the movie like that. They have given the certificate. Once they are given the certificate, no religious people, no political people should not interfere as per the Indian Constitution.
This isn't the first time Vijay has courted controversy. In 2013, there was a cold war between the actor and then Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha. Permission wasn't granted for the release of his movie Thalaiva, Leader. Sources said the title was seen as his attempt to project himself as one, and that Jayalalitha didn't like it. The Mersal message against BJP comes just days after another superstar, Kamal Haasan, fired directly at the Modi government, apologizing for ever speaking in support of demonetization. Given the ruling AIDMK's solidifying friendship with the BJP at the centre, the exploding controversy over Mersal also brings with it the cloud of a possible censorship backlash or even protests. For now, Vijay has maintained a studied silence in the face of a ferocious BJP attack.
It's about BJP versus actor Vijay, where BJP has hit out at Vijay for certain scenes criticizing GST and Digital India in his movie Mersal. Right now, Vijay, like always, is maintaining silence, but sources do tell us that the actor is just waiting for the right moment to take plunge into politics, and that's the reason he continues to send out political messages to his fans through the movies. With camera person Manohar, this is Priyambada in Chennai for India Today.
Okay, so joining us in the People's Court today is Suman C. Raman. He's an analyst and a political commentator. We have R. Kannan. He's a member of the DMK, but in the court, or rather in the dock today, is SG Surya, spokesperson of the BJP in Tamil Nadu, and which is why I want to ask you, SG Surya, so what if the movie is critical? Why would you want the dialogues removed when the censor has passed it?
The problem here is the word criticism or criticizing is the most misused word in this controversy when it comes. The problem is BJP does not have any problem with the movie, with the actor, with the movie crew or anything related to the movie. The BJP is only against falsehood that is being spread in the movie in the guise of a social message. Point one.
No, but
the
wait,
movie
Surya,
says
this is a movie. It is
Yeah.
not spreading a social message. It is a piece of fiction. It's something you put on celluloid.
The question is,
the things that are shown in a movie are
question is-
not always the truth.
the question is whether you have a right to spread a falsehood in your movie which is watched by millions of people. That is the question. I'll come to the point. Probably you should first understand what is the point that BJP is opposing to in this particular movie. The BJP is opposing two dialogues in the movie.
Okay, so let's put up those
dialogues. First, the actor says, in a country like India, liquor is not taxed, that is 0% GST, whereas medicines are taxed at the rate of 12% GST. The problem here is liquor does not come under the GST bracket only because the state governments has requested the central government and the Council to keep liquor and petroleum products outside the GST bracket so that the state's revenues will not be hampered for the next coming few months or particular period that is prescribed as per the law. So the VAT tax, that is the tax for liquor in Tamil Nadu, is minimum 58% and goes up to 150%. When the scenario is like this, which is known even by the commoner, the hero tries to put out a scene that for liquor there is no taxes levied, but whereas for the medicine 12% tax is levied. The fact about the medicine is also, according to the previous tax regimes, 13 to 14% tax was levied on the medicine and medical products.
Are you back to the point that this is a movie passed by the censor board? It's a movie which the censor board has passed.
Yes, we are not disagreeing. We are not having any other complaints. We are just telling a falsehood should not be spread in a movie which is watched by the millions.
No, but your Tamil Nadu BJP chief wants those scenes to be removed, and I don't think a political party, the moment Sumansi Raman, a political party starts making demands on a movie or any piece of fiction or any creative piece, it's a very dangerous slide downwards.
I think anywhere either the director or actor Vijay claim that this is a work of which is a real based on a real life incident or something. So that's the first part. Second is obviously the BJP has a problem. They should take it up with the censor board or go to court. Now the fact that yes, I agree to some extent with Mr. Surya that the fact is that alcohol is taxed. It is not. It may not be coming under GST because the states want to levy a higher tax on it and get a higher revenue. So factually they are right. But because of this, the entire GST people will lose faith in GST and all that. I mean, that is something which is very difficult to believe. That an actor in the movie says this, and immediately people will believe everything that is said there. First of all, this is a work of fiction because the BJP has every right to go back and spread the message saying that alcohol is taxed at 58% or 100% or whatever. There's no problem with that. But I think the censor
board happens at the level of the censor board, if at all, not at the level of a political party.
No, the problem is it is stated as a disclaimer that it is a work of a fiction. So there comes the problem. But when the actor uses this platform to use it as a launchpad for his political entry and spreads the wrong message about tax reform, which is called as the biggest ever tax reform of the post-independent era.
Movie as a platform political entry? Is there any law?
It is an ethical problem, Mr. Raman. It is an ethical problem whether actors are supposed to spread positivity.
So you
that is what we are countering.
What the actor should spread. So you will decide what the actor will spread, what should be allowed, not the censor board anymore.
We are not telling we are going to decide it. We are telling it's a question of ethics, whether you are right to spread falsehood in the disguise of freedom of speech and expression. That is the question which the movie crew should answer, and even the movie crew has come forward to delete those scenes which are completely falsehood and are spreading a wrong message about
SG Surya, the thing is that having a difference of opinion is one thing. You can, if the movie puts out a certain narrative as a party and you're saying it's a political statement, as a party you put out your counter political statement. But then to demand deletion of those scenes, there you are only trying to intimidate the filmmakers. And let me add to that by saying you have the national secretary of your party also slipping in through his tweets this almost a tacit threat when he says, when can we expect clarification on Vijay's tax evasion? Now this is an attempt to browbeat the film star. You're intimidating, you're threatening, and all of it is being done in a very tacit fashion, but it's intimidation nonetheless, not a difference of opinion.
No, Padmaja, there was also a tweet
I'll
referring to
certainly answer
Vijay's
that,
full
Padmaja.
name.
No, Suman Siraman
Trying
wants to add to that.
Yeah. No. There was also another tweet mentioning Vijay's full name, trying to give a kind of a religious angle to this whole thing. I think that was also very unfortunate.
Okay. I'll certainly answer this question. Before that, I'll have to put one more fact, which probably none of you must be aware, because I'm not sure if you have watched the movie. I told one instance about the liquor. The second instance that BJP is protesting is at the climax part of the movie, the actor says India levies 28% of GST and still there is no free medical facilities available.
Surya, I give you all of that. I give you all of that. My point to you is different.
1 minute.
You can have a difference of opinion, but you cannot intimidate someone.
1 minute.
Or say, now you have to cut out these scenes. Why? Why should he cut out these scenes? If the censor board is okay with it,
there are factual inaccuracies, deliberate falsehood,
so you go to the censor board.
Intimidation of the central government.
So you go to the censor board.
Of course we are approaching. Of course we are approaching the censor board. Of course we will go to the court. Of course we are going to the censor board. But it is also about the question of ethics, whether an actor who is claimed to be a socially responsible citizen should spread falsehood about an initiative that is brought into the country.
And I want R. Kannan to come in on this. Is it ethical then for a party which is ruling at the center to make statements about how the actor in this film could have done possible tax evasion? What is the message being sent there? Where is the ethics of that?
The message is very clear. The BJP has browbeaten the AIADMK and has turned it into its Trojan horse in Tamil Nadu. It doesn't like any criticism at all. And Mr. Vijay has a large following. And what bothers the BJP is that in the last few days, you have Mr. Kamal Hassan recanting and actually expressing apology for having once supported demonetization. And here you have a very popular actor, voicing criticism in the movie, and that picking up the loudest cheers from the audience. It bothers the BJP because that is it is reflective of the mood, the sullen mood of the public. And as I said in the earlier show, what the BJP's local leaders like Dr. Tamilisai and others are trying to do with Prime Minister Modi is that they're trying to turn him into a Caesar or a Pharaoh. And if he hadn't already reached there. So this is all very unbecoming of a national party of the stature of the BJP, and it is not good. In fact, they have done a lot of good for actor Vijay and for the movie. And I can assure you that they will not go to the courts, because if they go to the courts...
So you're wary of the backlash, SG Surya, which is why any voice, and especially a powerful voice like Vijay's, needs to be silenced. Is that what this is about?
I've been telling that it is not about criticism, it is about falsehood. I have only one question to Mr. Kannan of DMK. If tomorrow someone makes a biopic of Dr. Kalaignar, Mr. Karunanidhi, and says that Dr. Kalaignar was born in Maharashtra and he is a Maharashtrian, whether the DMK will oppose to it because it is factually incorrect, or just will sit in their offices saying that censor board has cleared and we will not go and oppose anything that is factually incorrect? Will Mr. Kannan answer? I've been telling it is about factual inaccuracies. It is not about criticism.
Go on, Mr. Kannan.
Again and again, by using the word criticism, you do not do any good. DMK, we know, 2006 to 2011, the entire film industry was strangulated and it was under the control of DMK.
Let him answer. Let him answer. You asked him a question.
Please answer, Mr. Kannan.
I urge the BJP not to insult the Tamil people's intelligence, and they do not have to arrogate the right to judge what is, factually right and factually incorrect. This arrogation should stop. This arrogance, in every sense of its, should come to an end. The BJP should behave like a mature political party, and should not behave in such a petty manner. This is not about factual inaccuracies. This is about the fact that the popular mood